Forgot about that part. Hang about. Alright. Am I here? I think I'm here. Hello, 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 hello. Hang on. Get that. Oh shit, I've hit my camera. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. I'm a little bit late. Actually, I'm quite late. But I am here. Which is the main thing. I have arrived. Okay. Quality time. It is indeed quality time. I made it just about. I was watching the darts and I didn't realise it was already getting on for quality time. Now, I have not watched any F1 this weekend. I know Lando seems to be very, very, very fast. So I'm hoping that he can replicate that in quality today. Because, you know, I kind of want Lando to win the championship. Same with Verstappen. I'll be happy if he done well. I've got no predictions for today. I've got nothing. We're just going to sit back. We're going to enjoy a good bit of quality and see how we get on. We're going to be starting in about 2 minutes' time. So, let's lock in. Get some tunes playing for me, because I feel like it. And, let's begin. Well, I might as well make some form of prediction of the bottom five for each session. So let's do that. And well, let's also might as well get Sky Sports up on my mobile phone. Although I am pretty sure it's ahead of my live timing, so I might have to not watch that. Who do you think is winning this time? I'm gonna back Lando because I like Lando. Like I said, I haven't watched any practice. I've seen the results. And that's it. And I like Lando a lot. So I'm just going to have to back him and see what happens. I need something a bit more energy. Let's get my playlist for the Formula 1 songs playing. I know you lot can't hear it, but yeah. That helped me lock in. Alright, good stuff. Okie dokie. It is almost just turned 10 PM my time. I think I've got the timing right. I think. I hope. Hang on. Am I actually here on time, or have I come a bit early? Okay, no. Qualifying is at 10 PM. I was correct to assume that. Good stuff. We do have some team radios, as the session has now begun. Well, we have a green flag, so let me hit a quick refresh. That seems to also fix some stuff, and there we go. Verstappen team radio. I need to find out if you lot can even hear that. It's not really helping, they're not really saying anything. I'm 9 hours ahead. Oh no. Anyway, the Aston Martins are first to exit the garage. Lance Stroll leading us away for this Q1. Now, of course, Q1 is going to be very slow at the start. It is actually... Oh, hang on. Why is the timer 2 minutes? Okay, you lot can't see that on the stream. But let me quickly move this so you can actually see. If I can... Oh, Nelly, that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on a minute. Why does this say... How far do I have to go? Why does it say 20 minutes? Did they change the rules since last I watched Formula 1 and they just changed how long qualifying is? Actually, why don't I just leave that... Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Leave that there. And then just put that there. Yeah. Alright, well, there we go. So, we do have to, you know, ignore what it says up there. Quality is not going to be 20 minutes long. It's 18 minutes. So, I guess you just take 3 minutes off of that? Or 2? Would it be 2? I don't know, to be honest. I think you have to knock 2 minutes off. So, there would now be 17 minutes left. I think that makes sense. Let me just put F1 on my phone so I can actually see if that's accurate. on here, one of the Astons just round the final corner, so it is nice and delayed, which is good. And this says 60 minutes, so yeah, you have to take 2 minutes off that. So it says there's 18 minutes and 40 seconds. There's actually 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Please keep that in mind. You're right, Dennis. Good to see you, mate. How are you? You're right, Mr. Lewis. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I thought I was late for quali, but I managed to get everything set up in time. You're doing good yourself as well. And, I don't know why I'm watching this. I should watch this. This is more up to date. Now, like I said, I haven't watched any F1 this weekend, so I don't actually know what's a good sector time or anything. I do want to try and turn off, like, the mini sectors, because I think it's just a bit too much, to be honest, but I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, see, that looks a lot nicer. And the website's down already. Good start. It's been like 14 seconds. Unreal stuff. I forgot I had to use Google. No, I didn't. I remembered. I don't see how do I get a podium or Sonoda up high. That could be quite cool, yeah. I want to see a Hamilton podium. I think that'd be quite nice. Hang on, I think it's revived itself. There we go. Okay, welcome back. So, Ollie Behrman has our fastest lap time so far, a 1 minute 17.7. Like I said, I don't know if that's fast or not. Of course, as Jacques Villeneuve said, Lando Norris hasn't done a lap yet, so we don't know what's fast or not. I watched the quali myself. That's a fantastic idea. If I didn't try and stream for a career, I'd also be doing the same. But Ollie Behrman's really good recently, isn't he? 2.5 temps up on Ocon. That's good stuff. Ferrari will do well. I hope so. That'd be quite nice. I think Verstappen will get his 5th World Championship and then retire. The first half of your sentence, I agree with. The second half is... that's a bit striking. You really think he'll win and then just pack it in? I don't think so. Lando Norris, fastest Sector 1 and fastest Sector 2. Shock. He's also currently about 6 tenths up on Ollie Behrman, so he is looking to maybe get into the 1 minute 16s on this first run. Oscar Piastri is about a second behind. I know from the results, Piastri's been a bit behind recently in the first few practices, but that's quite shit. Lando goes fastest overall, 1 minute 17.1. Fair play, good lap. Oscar Piastri, there you go, that's what I'm saying. P3, 7 tenths behind his teammate. Ollie Behrman P2, Piastri P3, and Hamilton's only P4. I know it's only the first run, so it doesn't mean a whole lot, but the early signs aren't good if you are a Piastri supporter. Not good at all. Leclerc rounding the final couple corners. He is going to be about equal with Hamilton. Might just nip ahead as he comes around the final corner. Oh, the website has died once again. That's tough. Yeah, I wonder why Piastri's suddenly just really, like, mid. Max, super, Max, super, Max, super, Max, super, Max. Come on, come back to life. There we go. Of course, I can't complain about the website going down. It's free at the end of the day, so you can't complain about it. Unfortunately, it's just... I think F1, like, the people who run the broadcasting, change the way they, like, do it, so it makes the websites a bit harder to run. But yeah, shout out F1 Dash for having a live timing that's free. It's a great website. I've used it for ages now. It's very good. Liam Lawson has gone 3rd. A 10th ahead of his teammate Hadjar. Good luck. Leclerc up to P2 as well. 6 tenths ahead of Hamilton. That's good stuff. I like it. That's not bad at all. Alex Albon in P6 as well, ahead of Piastri. And do we have the Red Bulls doing any runs yet? We don't know. Actually, I think Tsunoda's on a lap. And he is. He goes P5. Is that good? I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see what Verstappen does, who is, there. So I think he's just started a lap. 27.4 is... Yeah, okay. Verstappen now on a lap. So 27.4 for the first sector is only about 2 tenths. That's 2 tenths off Lando. That's not great, is it? It's not bad. Oh, apparently... Oh, no, it's back to live. Okay. Through Sector 2, Verstappen's going to put in a 29.9. So, another tenth and a half behind Lando. He's currently about 3.5 tenths behind Lando through the first 2 sectors. Make his way around the stadium, turn 30, 14, and 15. And he'll probably go top 3, if I had to guess. And he does. There you go. Into third, a tenth and a half. Very good Sector 3, by the way. Fastest, if anyone, a 15 or a 19.993. Carlos Sainz as well, P4. That's a good lap. 4 tenths up on Albon. It's crazy how, like, they've switched around. I mean, you look at the start of the season. Albon was quite a way ahead of Sainz, and Sainz was getting knocked out of Q1 a lot. And then since Baku, it's been the complete other way around. Sainz has been cooking, and Albon's been very meh. Odd. Kimi Antonelli goes P6 as well. Not bad. I say that, and then Russell goes 3 tenths quicker to go P2. Good stuff. Just load a quality up, good stuff. I'm not sure what the cut-off time's going to be. We still have... I don't even know who's left to do a lap, to be honest. I think everyone's done a lap except Bortoletto. Colapinto as well, half a second up on Pierre Gasly. And Alonso, 9 tenths up on Lance Stroll. I know Lance Stroll's a bit mid, but blimey, that's tough. 7 minutes remaining. I think. No, 9 minutes remaining. Yeah. Remember, it says there's 11 minutes and 40 left. You take off 2 minutes, so there's actually 9 minutes and 4. I don't know what's going on with the time anymore, I'll be honest. I'm a bit clueless. Replay of Verstappen, maybe making a little cock up. In turn 9, where Norris currently is. Lost a tenth and a half. Ew! And... okay, is track evolution just outrageous? Because Ollie Behrman has just gone P1 again. By half a tenth. Over Lando Norris. That doesn't add up. Not really. Alright. Lando Norris then reclaims his P1. And goes 2 tenths up with a 16.9. Good stuff. Oh, Nelly. Piastri also up on his lap, but only by half a tenth so far. He is currently in the bottom 5. Goes P3, 2.5 tenths off Lando. That is not bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it was, is what I'm trying to say. Hamilton goes P5, only just ahead. Well, I'd say just ahead. He's 4 tenths ahead of Leclerc, but still. And as I say that, Leclerc then goes and puts it on the front row. 10th and a bit behind Lando Norris. Not bad. I think track evolution is going to be really, really high. So, I think everyone's got to do one more lap still. Anyone else on a run? Esteban Ocon? I can't tell. You know, let me, turn back on the mini sectors, because that seems to, what was I going to say? That seems to help me know if they're actually on a fast lap or not. Come on, come back to life for me. Please. Thank you. Liam Lawson just crossed the line. He's currently in P12, and he's also just pitted. Oh, no, he's not. I don't know what's going on. I won't lie. So, yeah, with the mini sectors on, we now get sort of a better idea if they're actually on a lap, because obviously the mini sectors will be going green. Like Alex Albon, for example, currently P19, basically last, because Lance Stroll doesn't even count. And he's improving through most of the mini sectors, although that doesn't always mean that he's going to improve by the end of the sector. I don't know how it works, but sometimes that's just how it is. through the first sector, Alex Albon goes and he puts in a 27.3. That is not too bad. That, you know, it's only a tenth and a bit off the fastest overall. So, if anything, that just proves that track evolution is going to be outrageous today. No one else on a lap, though, so we are just focusing on Alex Albon, making his way around turn 7. Bit of a mixture. He's got 3 yellow and 3 green mini sectors through sector 2. And he's going to go, what, green again? Can he make it 5-4? He does. And he puts in a 30 dead, which is not great. Not great, I'll be honest. That's actually quite bad, actually. That's almost the slowest of anyone. That is the slowest of anyone so far. But okay, that's actually really shit. Never mind. He's going to round the final corner, though, and I imagine he's going to stay in the bottom 5. He doesn't. He goes up to P13, but that is not good. That is really not good. His teammates up in P8. Quite a way behind. Actually, it's not that much. I mean, look at the gaps between the drivers. It's quite impressive, really. You've got, bar Norris, every single gap is under a tenth. There is under a second between the entire field right now. That's how close it is in quali. I mean, look, 0.08, 0.05, 0.3, 0.6, 0. I mean, you can see it for yourself. Every single gap starts with 0.0. Outrageous. We do have 2 more drivers on laps, though. It's going to be the Racing Bulls. Liam Lawson a 27.5, Hajar a 27.4, but Hajar goes purple in Sector 2 with a 29.5. Liam Lawson is going to go and put in a 29.5 as well. So the Racing Bulls, I'd say Liam Lawson about a tenth down on Hajar right now. Hajar is going to be the first to finish. Round the final corner he comes in. He goes P1. Oh, track evolution is a bastard, really, isn't it? Liam Lawson rounds the final corner as well, and he is going to go and put it... Oh, P3. So currently a Racing Bulls 1-3 with, you know, Lando Norris in the middle. That's quite fun. Max Verstappen now on a lap. Let's see how he gets on. We can see the previous sectors by Liam Lawson as well as a little comparison. First sector coming through. And he is going to put in a, remember, 27.5 for Liam Lawson. Verstappen does a 27.27, which is 600 slower than the fastest overall. So, not bad. 3 tenths up on the Racing Bulls. That's a good start to the lap. Although he is going double yellow through the second sector. 3 yellows through the second mini sector. As Yuki Tsunoda puts in a 27.4. Only a tenth and a bit down on Verstappen, which by Tsunoda standards, I think that's pretty good. But Verstappen having a really smelly sector 2. He might have even binned off the lap. He hasn't. He somehow managed to improve despite going yellow in almost every mini sector. 29.9, which is going to be almost half a second down on the Racing Bulls. So Verstappen not looking too good right now. It is Verstappen, so you know he's going to put the lap together at the end, but it's still not great. Actually, there's only like 3 minutes left. This could be Verstappen's final lap. And it's really not good. Oh no, the website's down. What an awful time for the website to go down. No. That's awfully timed. No. I need to see where Verstappen got to and Tsunoda. Verstappen was a tenth and a half off Hajar through Sector 2 before the website died. So, I imagine he's ahead. He's not. Verstappen only P5. Wow, and Tsunoda only P9. Okay, well actually to be fair, only P9. Tsunoda, that's pretty good for him. No one else on a lap right now. I'm lying, there actually is. There's quite a lot. We've got Kimi Antonelli, Gasly, Colapinto, and Lance Stroll. Hulkenberg still in the pits, although I think he might have just exited. He has, and he's also just started his lap. So these will be the final laps for many of the drivers. So we'll see how they get on. Oh, the website's died again. Okay, I know I said the website's free, but like... Please! Do the mini sectors work? No. Oh my goodness. It does kind of ruin the intensity a bit, I won't lie. Website won't even refresh itself anymore. This is just a travesty. It's a disgrace. Hang on, it's come back alive. All right, please, at least for the final bit of quali, let it work. Pierre Gasly crossing the line, and Pierre Gasly's out. Pierre Gasly, first driver to be eliminated. See you later. You're gone. Awful. Charles Leclerc around the final corner. He's going to start a lap. Anyone on a lap? Yes. Gabriel Bortoleto, only P14. That is not great at all. Alex Albon needing clutch or kick to get through. He is going to begin his lap. As who just went where? I think Leclerc just went up to P4. Pretty good lap. As Esteban Ocon puts it in the top 3, with Behrman going even quicker. Never mind, he goes P6 with a pretty average Sector 3. No improvement for him. George Russell improving, doing pretty good, and he is going to go and put it into the top 2. Good lap from Russell. Lewis Hamilton, P13, in danger, but he's also on a pretty decent lap. It's about 2 tenths up on Charlie so far, and he goes onto the front row, 3 tenths off fastest. That is a very solid lap. Lando Norris not having a great lap at all. He's actually binned it off because he's safe. Valid. Fernando Alonso not improving through Sector 1, but it's an alright Sector 2. It's okay, it's not bad. And he goes P12. That might just be about enough. Kimi Antonelli currently P15, rounding the final corner. It's really not good for him. He might just not improve. Unless he has a really... No, he's not. Antonelli's P15. If Bortoleto or Albon or Gasly, I think Gasly ain't on lap, it's up to Albon and Bortoleto potentially to knock out Albon. I can't speak. What is wrong with me? English, please work. It's down to Albon. That's what I'm trying to say. Duh. It's down to Albon to knock out Antonelli. No, it isn't. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. How am I this dumb? I don't know. But Albon crossed the line and he's nowhere near. Okay. Apologies for that. That's why I'm not an F1 commentator, because I'm just thick as pig shit. And, well, Bortoleto, Alex Albon, shock. Pierre Gasly, Lance Stroll, Franco Colapinto have all been knocked out of Q1. That's tough. Albon got diffed by 3 tenths, Bortoleto by 1.5 tenths, and then Stroll by 4 tenths. It's expected. It's Lance Stroll at the end of the day. Hello, mate. How we doing? You alright, Liam? Colapinto? He is indeed. Right, well, number 1 objective. Try not to be a thick bastard next time in Q2 and actually, like, say correct things. Whoa, is that Franco? I think, yeah, it is Franco. He went for an absolute mission. He just completely flew over the turn 1 curb and just almost went into the wall. That's why he's last. Valid. Agile P1, yep. I don't know how it happened neither. It seems to just be really well timed. There is definitely a lot of track evolution. I mean, look, you've got... That top 2 is realistic in itself. I mean, Hamilton 3 thousandths off is just... No. Ocon P5, Lawson 6th, Behrman 8th. I mean, Tsunoda got through. That's when you know something's wrong, you know? Outrageous. But that's Q1 over with. Yeah, not bad. Honestly, the bottom 5 is kind of expected. The 2 Alpines make sense. Their car's slow and they've got 2 shit drivers, so it makes sense. Stroll also makes sense. Bortoleto I can see, because it's like... It is a Sauber. But Alex Albon is the surprise for me. And it's like I was saying, since like Baku, he has been so awful. Team radio from Alex Albon.
The brakes aren't working at all.
Oh! That's your excuse, is it? The brakes don't work. When your brakes don't work like they used to before. Good stuff. Alright, on to Q2. Also, Kimi Antonelli just scraping through as well. Oh, shit. I mean, the gap was... I mean, it's a tenth and a bit is quite a lot. Nowadays, I mean, look at the gaps between the drivers. I mean, 3 milliseconds. Can I stop, like, farting while talking? I keep going like... Anyway. Gap between Russell and Norris, 4 thousandths, 50 thousandths, 13, 63, 16, 36, 82. 13, 60, 60. Like, it's so close. So close. Your shorts ain't working. I forgot. No, I didn't forget, mate. For this time, I actually just chose to not stream on shorts. Because, it's just, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's messing up my algorithm with my normal like, F125 streams, and the views just aren't really there, so, yeah. From this stream onwards, I'm keeping it to just normal YouTube. Alright, let's get Q2 underway, please. But thank you for reminding me anyway, because there will probably come a time again where I do actually forget again. I mean, look at my, my Mexico 100% race. I literally wasn't streaming on YouTube until lap 14, because I messed like, up in the settings. Yeah, it was quite tragic. Just reminding, yeah, that's good. Alright, to get knocked out in Q número dos, I am going to... I don't even know who to say for this. I'm going to say... You know, I mean, it's probably quite a dumb prediction, but... The dumber the prediction, the more fun they are. My bottom 5 to go out in Q2 is going to be... Oscar Piastri. Kimi Antonelli. Yuki Tsunoda. Nico Hulkenberg. Esteban Ocon. That's my bottom 5. So, yeah. I'm doing an FC26 career while here. Quite entertaining to be here while playing. That's quite cool. I haven't bought the new FIFA yet, to be honest. I bought every single one since 2020. And for the first time, I just sort of weighed it up and thought it is quite literally the same game. I could just go and play FC25 career mode or... Yeah, just even like Ultimate Team. I mean, to be fair, I never really played Ultimate Team. I did, but I only played squad battles. I don't think I've ever played a game of like FUT Champs or Division Rivals. So, yeah. Career mode was always good fun, though. Trying to get West Ham like to not be relegated was quite a difficult task. Green flag, by the way, Q2 has begun. As I said, I've predicted quite a fun and just entirely, like, not going to come true prediction of a bottom 5 as Piastri, Antonelli, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, and Ocon. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But, I mean, Piastri is currently P10, and he has one little mistake, and he could be gone. I mean, you saw in Q1 how close the gaps are. 30 milliseconds could be all it takes to get knocked out. West Ham, they're bad nowadays. They really are. They played Brentford at home on Monday, and it's considered the worst performance by that team in the last, like, 50 years. And then... yesterday, they went to play Leeds away, and somehow it was almost even worse until about the 70th minute. Do you know the Brentford versus Liverpool score? I do. It was 3-2 to Brentford, I think. I know Salah scored in the 90th minute. They probably got a 94th minute penalty, knowing Liverpool. Alright, Q2. Let's have it. Now, as I said before... you do have to take 2 minutes off the timer. So the timer says 16 minutes and 30. There is actually 14 minutes and 30 seconds left in the session, I think. It's either that or I don't even know anymore. To be honest, I don't know. I really don't. The Scouts have lost 5 in a row. I thought it was more than that, to be honest, but yeah. They had that 5-1 against Frankfurt, and other than that, it's just, yeah... I'm glad. I hate Liverpool. Although I hate Arsenal even more, so I badly need Man City or even Sunderland, which sounds crazy to say, to, like, keep winning and challenge them. So far, Lando Norris has the fastest Sector 1, but Isaac Hadjar has the fastest Sector 2 and 3. How that works, I don't know, but... What were the scores? Brentford versus West Ham. It was 2-0 to Brentford, and then Leeds was 2-1, and we scored in the 90th minute. It was only until the 70th minute against Leeds that we made some subs and actually looked like a football team. I had Coventry and Rotherham. I think I remember you saying that. Yeah, because you support QPR, don't you? If you're the same Liam, then yeah. We meet again. You're right, Zeus. Welcome. Alright, Isaac Hadjar goes fastest in Sector 1 with a 27.5. That bloke actually has pace, which is just dumb. He's 30 milliseconds off his Q1 time. Excuse me. Liam Lawson going to be 2 tenths back, or a tenth and a half back with a 27.6. Esteban Ocon is going to be not on a lap. That's quite cool. Hulkenberg looking good as well. And Alonso. Norris hasn't even come out the pits yet. Oh, yes, he has. It's just at the end of turn 1. Nice. Sadly, you're correct. Oh, did they not do well today? Or whenever? I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Well, Hadjar puts in our first lap time at 1 minute 17.1. Which is, well, that's quite a ways off his Q1 lap. That is like, yeah. As Hamilton takes the fastest Sector 1 with a 27.2. That is very fast. So Liam Lawson bins off his lap and just goes into the pits. Fair enough. But, you know, why not? If it's a shit lap. Where's Hamilton going to go, I wonder? He's had a really bad I'm so confused. Right, so Hulkenberg goes quickest. A 17 dead. Hamilton had the fastest Sector 2. And then a really awful Sector 2. I can't speak. You know what I mean? You can see it. Alonso goes third. Hamilton about to finish his lap. And goes second. Really bad Sector 2. Verstappen fastest Sector 1 though. And Sector 2 is okay. It's still behind Hulkenberg and Hadjar. As Leclerc puts it at 29.5. Verstappen goes fastest by 2 tenths. But Leclerc looking good. Leclerc 2 tenths up on Verstappen. Will he stay that gap and go first? He does. He actually extends his gap as well. Goes to, 1.5 tenths. That's good stuff. Fair play. 1-0 loss to Derby. Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. Yuki Tsunoda goes P4. It's alright. I mean, he's only 2 tenths off Verstappen. That's actually very good by his standards, isn't it? Ollie Behrman about to cross the line goes P7. He's 8 tenths ahead of his teammate. Oh no, he's a 10th ahead of his teammate, so it's not too bad. Carlos Sainz goes on the front row somehow. Lando Norris also about to just completely wreck the timing sheets. There you go, finally, took his time. Lando Norris goes purple, 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 and puts it on pole. Well, not pole, but fastest by 4 tenths of a second. Alright, fair enough. Oscar Piastri as well. Only P9 for Oscar. 1 second slower than his teammate. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, Nelly Onuno. That is shocking. That is shocking from Piastri. Jeez Louise. Okay, fair enough. One second off his teammate. Outrageous. Anyone else on a lap? I can't see. I know. I don't yet. No. No. Alright, cool. So those are all the first runs completely. Liam Lawson binned off his lap, so he is currently... we hasn't done a lap time. And, well... quite the margin. You think there was only 9 tenths between 1st and 20th in Q1. Now we have 2 seconds between 1st and 14th. Quite incredible. Say bye-bye to Oscar. I think that could be a reality as well. Here's where Liam Lawson went a bit wrong. He locked up around turn 5 and basically just binned it off. Fair enough. He didn't have track limits, to be fair. Could have kept going. Speaking of Liam Lawson, he is now exiting the pits. We have about 8 minutes remaining, and he's on his way. But yeah, what a lap by Norris, by the way. A 16.2. That is... That's what... Isn't that 6 tenths quicker than his Q1 lap? If he keeps up that pace, you'll be in the 1:15s by Q3. That is outrageous. Lando's in his winter arc. Is that a thing? The winter arc? I mean, actually, to be fair, apart from Brazil last year, Lando was very good from what I remember in the closing stages of the season. I think. I don't remember. It definitely seems, though, a lot of the teams have done this random switch. And by a lot, I mean 3. But you think, from the start of the season, and a couple of races into the season, until the summer break, Bortoleto was ahead of Hulkenberg, Piastri was ahead of Norris, and Albon was ahead of Sainz. And now it's a complete switch. Norris is miles clear of Piastri, Hulkenberg keeps beating Bortoleto, and Sainz is miles ahead of Albon. I mean, look at Sainz, he's on a 16.7 in P3. Albon, a 17.5 and got knocked out in Q1. So, yeah, it's quite impressive, really, how those switches can happen. I do love the idea, though, that just on the space of Twitter, which is a hellhole in itself, but it is obviously the main social media platform, you've got this whole, like, what do you even call it, like, opinion, that throughout the season, until the summer break, Lando was getting outpaced by Piastri in a lot of races, and they were saying it's because Lando's just this bang average driver and Piastri's really good. Now Piastri's struggling. Baku crashed twice on his own. Singapore was slow. And Texas was slow. And so far this weekend he's been slow. All of a sudden it's a car problem. And no praise for Lando Norris, which I think is just quite a weird narrative. I'm not even saying that to be biased as a Norris fan. It's just true. I mean, the same weren't said for Williams or Sauber. Probably because they're not in a title fight. But you know what I mean. When Lando wasn't, like... I mean, to be fair as well, I feel like people are massively exaggerating how big the gap actually is between the McLarens. Like, they're treating it like Piastri or Norris are, like, 30 seconds ahead of each other. But for most of the season, they've been split by nothing more than 10 seconds. Or even less. So, they have a really good, like, team, like, driver lineup. I mean, look at Checo and Verstappen last season. Or even this season, Verstappen and Lawson and Tsunoda. I mean, in Texas, Tsunoda might have got a top 7. He still finished, like, 52 seconds behind Verstappen. He was averaging about 8 tenths a lap loss. Like, that's not what you want. Whereas the McLarens, they're only split by a couple tenths, or, like, 2 tenths at the most. It's good stuff. Liam Lawson, by the way, is currently on a lap. 27.5, followed by a 29.8. Very, very mid Sector 2, but it's a pretty good Sector 1. I can't see him getting out the bottom 5, though. And he pits again. What is he doing? He does one lap, makes a mistake and pits, and then he... I'm so confused. Anyway, Oscar Piastri Team Radio.
I feel like turn 5, something a bit weird happened with the PU.
Yep, we're on that, Oscar.
Something weird happened with the PU. Ooh. I hope that's true. Got bloody hiccups now. Where's my water bottle gone? Oh, it's on the floor. How did that happen? I don't remember doing that. Nice. Four minutes remain in this session. Actually, just a bit under that. About 3.5 minutes. Which means, of course, this is going to be everyone's final runs of the session. Esteban Ocon is going to be the first driver to get us away, followed by Ollie Behrman, Lewis Hamilton, Kimi Antonelli, George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Nico Hülkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda, Max Verstappen, and Piastri is actually going to be the last driver. So it's clutch or kick for Oscar Piastri. He's going to be the very last driver to come out the pits. Max Verstappen, best sector for him so far, 27-1. Hulkenberg, 27-5. Ocon, 27-2. Really good sector by him. Ollie Behrman, 27-3 as well. It's some good stuff. Who's ahead right now? It's Hulkenberg and then Verstappen. Good to know. Hulkenberg at 29-8, which is... It's okay. It's not great. Verstappen's going to put in a 29-6. Good. That'll do. That'll get you through. Esteban Ocon a 29-6 as well. And Ollie Behrman puts in a 29-6-8. Okay, so Hulkenberg crosses the line. And he doesn't improve and stays P6. That's tough. Max Verstappen goes onto the front row. That should be enough to get him through. Esteban Ocon crossing the line, goes P6. That might just be enough for him. Good lap. Can Ollie Behrman beat him though with a decent Sector 3? He does! Ollie Behrman finds a 10th on his teammate and goes into the top 5. Good stuff, Ollie Behrman. I like it. Lewis Hamilton, fastest Sector 2. Very good Sector 1. He is cooking. Goes ahead of Verstappen. Go on, Hamilton. I love that for him. That is class. Kimi Antonelli should get through. Goes to the top 6. Not bad. I think Ocon will be getting knocked out here, to be honest. George Russell under pressure, although he is putting in a very decent lap. He's currently about a 10th and a half up on Kimi Antonelli, so we should go into the top 3. There it is. Ball knowledge. Liam Lawson starting his final lap. He's had 2 laps and cocked them both up, so can he actually put a lap together and do well? Carlos Sainz goes into the top 5. That should see him through. Lando Norris not improving, so I think he's just going to bin it off, which is through anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All pressure, though, on Oscar Piastri. A 27.285 in Sector 1 is more than good enough. He should be, safe. Unless he massively cocks up Sector 2 and 3, he is perfectly safe. Charles Leclerc currently P6, not improving, but he should be through anyway. Hulkenberg as well. He's going to be knocked out, unfortunately. That's quite sad, actually. Well, Yuki Tsunoda, he's improving by a decent amount as well. He might just get through with a little, very good Sector 3. And he does! He clutches it! Unless Fernando Alonso can knock him straight back out. And he doesn't. Fernando Alonso goes P13. But Oscar Piastri, on a very decent lap, should go around the top 5 to get through. Crosses the line. And he's P7. It's still not great. He is still half a second of his teammate. But he is through. So, fair play. Good stuff. And I believe, apart from Liam Lawson, who's round in the final sector and stays P15, that is going to be Q2 done. What happened to Liam Lawson? He had 3 laps that session. 2 of them he just gave up on, and the 3rd he was really, really, really slow. Sector 1, a 10th off. Sector 2, 6 tenths off. Sector 3, 4 tenths off. What happened to Lawson? Someone needs to find out what happened to Lawson there, but good clutch or kick lap by Piastri, by the way. He's still really shit, but I reckon he can still get a top 4 today, 100%. Good stuff. Well, out of my prediction, I got 3. To be fair, the 2 that I got wrong was completely, like a Christmas miracle would have had to happen. I mean, Antonelli and Piastri, they weren't going to get kicked out, were they, realistically? Good stuff. Also, Liam Lawson team radio to maybe understand what went wrong with him.
Zero grip.
Did he say 0 grip? Little bit confusing, because, I mean, 0 grip is obviously an issue, but does it lose you 1 second to the next car ahead of you? I'm not so sure. But I'm going to make a prediction for the top, well, for the rest of the top 10. Why not? I'm going to go for Lando Norris pole position, because, yeah, I'm basically gonna near enough keep it as it is, to be honest. I do think Hamilton is gonna join. Actually, no, I don't. I'm gonna say Verstappen. I'm gonna put Hamilton third. I'm gonna put Piastri fourth. I'm gonna put Russell fifth. I'm gonna put Leclerc sixth. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't like Leclerc's placing there. I'll leave it. And then we will go Sainz 7th. We'll go Antonelli 8th. We'll go Hajar 9th and Behrman 10th. Bit random, but there is a chance. Let's get ready for hopefully a blockbuster Q3. Piastri's definitely the kind of driver that's just going to go... It's a bit like Verstappen, but he's going to go and pull out like a miracle lap and get like pole or a second. Let me actually I want to quickly look at the driver standings. I just googled F1 driver standings and it just didn't... Oh, right, I see. Why does it put a link to Amazon? Anyway. Lando Norris is 14 points off Piastri. There is a chance that if Norris wins this Grand Prix and Piastri... Excuse me. If Piastri finishes lower than 4th, or he finishes 5th or lower, Lando Norris will take the championship lead. I hope to all that's holy that happens. Ollie Behrman, Team Radio.
Okay, you're through, Ollie. Good job.
I love to hear that. A bit of optimism. That's one thing we're missing in Formula 1. There's no celebration. No one cares. Literally no one cares about this sport anymore. Max Verstappen wins a race. Oh, well done, guys. Lando wins a race. Yeah, well done, guys. Drivers, like, get into Q2 and they're quite slow and they're like, yay. And then Ollie Behrman gets through and he's like, woohoo! I like that. That's good stuff. In my opinion, Lawson is shite. I don't rate him too highly, but I definitely don't think he's shite. I do think Hajar is better, but he's not doing too bad. Considering how his season started, I think he's doing very good. Well then, we get Q3 underway. Come on, quick, quick, quick. How could Piastri be the first car to take the flag if he was the last one to finish his lap? Who knows? Oh, I can't wait to see Checo Perez back at this track next year. That's going to be good fun. I hope I'm still into F1 by that time, though, because who knows what I'm doing in a year's time, do you know what I mean? You just don't know. You think Hajar will get the Red Bull seat? I do, actually, yeah. I think there's a very realistic chance that... I think there's one of three things are going to happen. I think there is, yeah. They're either going to swap Lawson, or not swap Lawson, they're going to swap Hajar and Tsunoda, put Tsunoda in the Racing Bull, Hajar in the Red Bull, or they're going to put Hajar in the Red Bull, chuck out Tsunoda completely, and put Arvid Lindblad. I still can't... Let me just quickly go and actually Google his name so I actually say it right. Lindblad. Okay, good. So, yeah. I think they put him in the Racing Bull. Or they just keep it as it is. I do think that Arvid Lindblad, though, he definitely should get a chance in Formula 1. And Red Bull, although they're very harsh, you do have to admit that Red Bull are the best at giving their drivers a chance in Formula 1. I mean, Compare that to like the Mercedes Academy or the Renault Academy or the Ferrari Academy or even the McLaren Academy. I mean, the last time a McLaren Junior got in F1 was probably Lando Norris in 2019. What I would do is I would chuck out Tsunoda of the Red Bull. I would chuck out Lawson from Formula 1. I'd put Tsunoda in the Racing Bull. I'd put Hajar in the Red Bull and Lindblad with Tsunoda in the Racing Bull. So, very higgledy-piggledy, but that's what I'd do. I think Lawson's good, but it's clear that Hajar is definitely a step up, and I think Tsunoda is as well. As we know, the second Red Bull's cursed. I mean, Checo, Gasly, Albon, Lawson, Tsunoda, all struggling. Alright, Mark. Good to see you, mate. Well, the green flag is up, and we have begun. No one's decided to come out, though. Absolutely no one. Quite an interesting, thing. I mean, to be fair, there's no real reason to go out. Unless you want to do a run on the used tyres, there's not really a reason to. Why are we zooming on the McLaren, like, engineers' shorts? Is that really necessary? That's some great TV direction. I respect all of the Ferrari crew, because they're all wearing, like, very thick black trousers. Which, you know, Mexico is extremely hot, so I rate that. Fair enough. Well, we finally have some cars on track. We do have Max Verstappen getting us underway, and he is on he's on brand new softs. Previous polls, so we had Sainz, Leclerc, Verstappen, Bottas, Leclerc. Leclerc got pole in 2019. I don't remember that. I didn't watch F1 in 2019, so I wouldn't know. Cameraman Zesty, that's what I'm thinking. Just straight zooming on the McLaren engineer's shorts for literally no reason. There's nothing there. Anyways, finally getting cars coming out. We have about 10 minutes left of this final session. My predictions are still Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Oscar Piastri as a top 4. I think I'll probably only end up getting 2 or 3 of them correct, but there you go. That's why I'm not, you know, working in Formula 1, because I'm not very smart, you see. Now, what I like about this website is that we actually get to see not only their current sectors, we get to see their fastest sectors. So we can see how they match up to their best. Lando Norris currently has the fastest sector 1 of anybody at 27.062. Ollie Behrman, no he doesn't, I'm lying. Lewis Hamilton, has the fastest sector 2 of anyone at 29.493. And Lando Norris also has the fastest sector 3 at 19.669. So, we can see how they get on. Max Verstappen kicking us off, though, for the first run of the final qualifying session here in Mexico. We're looking to get into the 1 minute 15s. I think if Lando can hook it up, he can do a 1 minute 15 and probably be on pole by about 17 years. Max Verstappen, though, at 27.148 through Sector 1. It's going to be down on his best sector of the day so far, but it's still very competitive. I like it. It's good stuff. Lando Norris puts in a... What's it going to be? It's going to be a 27.178, so 300ths down on Max Verstappen. It's alright. Ollie Behrman at 27.5. And then we have, I thought there was something, Piastri at 27.3. Well, everyone on, by the way, important to note, Norris, Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, and Piastri and Russell all on brand new tyres. So both the McLarens on brand new tyres. Verstappen went fastest in Sector 2 until Norris took it over, 29.247. Verstappen puts in a 16.5. That's not that good. I know Norris can go a lot quicker. Will he, though, is the question, as Ollie Behrman is a second back. Lando crosses the line and he is going to go into probably P1. He does by 3/10, a 16.17. And I still think there's time in there. Oscar Piastri is currently about 4/10 down on Lando. Goes third fastest. Recovers it in Sector 3 by going 400ths quicker. But still really shit. Like, really shit. We'll see what everyone else does. Charles Leclerc, fastest Sector 1. Very bad Sector 2, though. It's very evident Ferrari have gone more for, like, straight line speed and race pace rather than quali pace, but they're still doing pretty good. Carlos Sainz goes P4. Isaac Hadjar goes P5. Lewis Hamilton rounded the final corner, and he's going to put it onto the front row. Leclerc's going even quicker. Hang on a minute here. Leclerc could go on provisional pole, and he... Where did that come from? Leclerc's been bang average this entire session. Just goes into 1 minute 15s and puts it on provisional pole. Like, what? I'm sorry, but can we, like, pardon me? Blood. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What a driver. Genuinely just the best driver in the world, isn't he? Like, well, he's not, but, like, you know what I mean. Dunks 4/10 on his teammate, 2/10 up on Lando Norris. And, yeah. Bloody hell. Ridiculous. Russell goes P6 as well, Anthony P7. Important to note as well, by the way, Antonelli on used tyres, only 2/10 or 3/10 of his teammate, and then Sainz, Hadjar and Behrman all on used tyres as well. But Leclerc, Norris, Hamilton, Verstappen, Piastri and Russell all on new tyres. That is some lap by Leclerc. Like, is he even going to be able to go quicker than that? I feel like he can't even improve on that. That is ridiculous. That Sector 2 is outrageous. To match Norris as well. Like, oh my days. Round of applause for Charles Leclerc, like, genuinely. Excellent stuff. 6 minutes remaining in the session. Or 6.5 minutes, I guess. And, well, of course, we're going to see one more run with every driver on new tyres. And, well, I'm hoping Piastri stays where he is, to be honest. If you remember what I said, if Lando wins the race and Piastri finishes 5th or lower, Lando will take the championship lead going into Brazil? Is that the next race? I think so. Isn't it a triple header? No. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Isn't it 2 weeks to Brazil and then 2 weeks to Qatar? And then Qatar, Vegas, and Abu Dhabi is a triple header? That'd be outrageous if it is. Let me have a quick double check because I don't actually know. So Brazil is on November 9th, so 2 weeks away, and then... Oh, it actually is. The final 3 races is a triple header. That is outrageous. FIA, what have you done? That is egregious from the FIA, that seasonal planning. Oh, everyone's going to be so fatigued. My goodness. Wait, Oscar Piastri's 11.8 in the quali head-to-head. I thought it'd be I thought it'd be in Lando's side, to be honest. Especially recently. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, cars are getting ready. We have 4.5 minutes remaining until the final laps of the session. I'm very excited. Come on, Lando. Do it for the boys. Right, and we are off. Oscar Piastri is out very early. Second behind Ollie Behrman. So Ollie Behrman is going to be the first driver to start his final lap, followed by Piastri. Then Verstappen. Then Carlos Sainz. Who is next? It is going to be Isaac Hadjar. And then... Oh, I give up. Let me do a quick refresh. There we go. Right, good stuff. Let's lock in. Come on, final laps of the session. I want to land on Norris pole position like I really, really do. Right, I tell you what, Russell's leaving it quite late. He's gonna like go round, but like just as Ollie Behrman comes past to start his lap. Wait, are McLaren running a special livery? I don't remember their car being white in the middle. Anyway, that literally means nothing. Ollie Behrman starts us off, though. The final laps of the session are underway. We'll see how they get on. Keep an eye on Oscar Piastri, by the way, and compare that to Lando Norris's best sectors. Ollie Behrman through Sector 1 is going to put in a 27.2. It's second slowest of anyone so far. It's not great. Oscar Piastri, though, this is very important. A 27.117. That is that's good. That is actually not too bad at all. That's all right. Carlos Sainz going all purple through Sector 1. Not sure what's going on there, but there you go. Ollie Behrman making his way through Sector 2. Verstappen puts in a 27.049. Sainz a 27.013. Matches the fastest of the session. Fair enough. Lando Norris improving as well. Oscar Piastri a 29.3 through Sector 2. It's down on his teammate and also Leclerc as well. Ollie Behrman rounds the final corner. The first lap of the final runs is done. He goes top 5. That's a good effort by Ollie. I fear he's going to get done by a few others though. Oscar Piastri going yellow and yellow through the mini sectors. He goes behind Lando Norris by 4 thousandths. Lando Norris is guaranteed to beat his teammate and he goes fastest in Sector 1. Max Verstappen round in the final corner, puts it on the front row. That's good by Max Verstappen. Well done. Carlos Sainz on a bit of a flyer. Where's he going to go? Top 4, top 5 maybe? Please go 4th. Oh, and he gets ahead of Piastri with the exact same lap time. No, it isn't. He's 2 thousandths quicker. You know what I mean, though. Isaac Hadjar round to the final corner, goes P6, not bad, but here comes Lando Norris. Are we about to see majesty on the Formula 1 track? Oh, yes, we are! Lando Norris, a 1 minute 15.586. I tell you what, Leclerc's matching him. Hamilton goes onto the front row. Can Leclerc pull this out of literally thin air? This would be one of the best pole out. He doesn't. He doesn't, but Leclerc and Hamilton, round of applause, man. My voice is going. That was quite difficult. Well done, them. We're not even done either. Kim Anthony goes P5 and George Russell on a very good lap. No, he isn't. He's on an all right lap. Goes P4. Wow. Look at those results. Lando Norris takes pole. One of the most dominant quali positions, pole positions of the season, I think. 2 and a bit tenths. Ferrari, though, fair play. That is really good. Not just from Leclerc, but also Hamilton. To get into the 1 minute 15s, only a tenth off his teammate. That's very good. Well done, Hamilton. George Russell P4 as well. Verstappen P5 is actually quite shit. Anthony P6. Sainz P7. Oscar Piastri, when he's in a weekend where he could lose the championship lead, is only P8. Isaac Hadjar P9 and Ollie Behrman P10. When's the next Sergio Perez career stream? I hope tomorrow. But I've been very lazy recently, so I can't give you a guarantee. But I hope tomorrow anyway. But round of applause, Lando Norris and Leclerc and Hamilton. And Piastri for being an even bigger bold job than Lando Norris somehow. Well done, everyone. In terms of my predictions, I got 1, 2. I got 4 out of 10. I'll take 4 out of 10, I'll be honest. That's actually class. Good stuff. That was good fun, you know. I enjoyed that. That was a very good, that was a good final session. You know, Lando Norris pulling an insane lap. 3 purple sectors at the end. No bottle jobs here today. Let's go Lando. I'm actually listening to Let's Go Lando by Pit Stop Boys as well. That's obviously the reason he done that. Lando Norris team radio as well. Hopefully a bit of celebration, a bit of like, yeah.
Oh, what a lap. What a lap.
He just doesn't care.
I did that.
Doesn't matter, mate. It's a good luck.
I know. The less I know, the better.
I actually don't know what he was saying, and I could probably get it subtitled. He said, "What a lap." Even I don't know how I did that. His engineer said to him, "It doesn't matter, it was a good lap," and he just said, "I know. The less I know, the better." What does that mean? Fair enough. Well, anyway, I'm going to head off and try and get an early night, you know, early night's rest. That hopefully means I can actually, you know, stop being a lazy fat piece of shit and actually do a Checo career stream or a career stream in general. I'm going to head off. Thank you for tuning in today. That was good fun. That was really good fun. Fair play, Lando. I really hope he converts that to a massive race win tomorrow. And Oscar Piastri struggles down there. And Lando takes the championship lead. That would be fantastic. But I'm going to head off. Hope you have a good rest of your days. And tomorrow I will be doing a watch along of the stream at the race at the very least. And one thing I'm going to work on is learning how to speak English properly because I've just completely forgot for some reason. But yeah, see you all tomorrow and adios.